Good evening, and welcome to episode 3, our finale of The Journey from Cave, Whispers of the Dice. Would anyone like to recap last episode for 2 evolution tokens?
Processing.
No.
Processing.
Did you say no?
Minus 3.
Take away all of your evolution tokens.
I don't. Okay, I can do my best to recap. So essentially, fade in. Cave has been shooketh to the ground. The Ugg family has been forced to evacuate, relocate, find a new place. On the journey, we came across a particular waterfall that struck some memories and let our audience in on a bit of the trauma that Qeela has endured over the years with her past family, and how she inadvertently led to the death of her former partner,
Agoka.
There was also a baby involved. This is not going to be a good recap, I'm really sorry.
You can do it.
From there, a really vulnerable moment between Qeela and the rest of the family, who she had kind of been sort of on the outskirts of at this point. Reconciliation with her and her mother. Really sweet reconciliation between her and, like, Zoc connecting with her, that, like, maybe she doesn't have it as easy as I thought she did. And that sort of newly ignited family bond led into our combat scene, where the family was surrounded by various saber-toothed tigers, coming after everybody, each and every one. Tuga holding back the children, protecting them, guarding them with her own body. Olga and Zoc just fucking mollywopping on these bitches. And Tuga going down, enduring some really vicious injuries. Qeela going down, also enduring some very vicious injuries as well. Qeela being able to get back up with the help of her family, distracting the various saber-toothed tigers, getting them out of the way, and Tuga being on brink of death, kissing the mortal world goodbye for a brief moment before coming back into her body as we all surround her.
Wow. Take 2 evolution tokens. That was beautiful.
Thank you!
And all of you except for Skullie can take 1 evolution token, because I love you. Moments after, we cut to right after our last session left off, where Tuga has just fallen asleep to heal, to rest, to recover. Zoc, you're still holding her in your lap. Qeela and Olga, you guys are getting to work on these different, like, medicinal treatments and things, and trying to wrap her injuries. Hoku and Nala, you guys are right near your mother's side as well. In this immediate aftermath, how does everyone feel? What's everyone doing? What's everyone's reactions? What do you say to each other? Just let me know what's going on.
Zoc absolutely cannot be torn away from his wife. He is inconsolable, like seeing nothing but just holding his poor, injured wife.
I think Hoku is doing her best to distract Nala. She's okay. The adults have her. How about we look for some bugs? If you want to tell me about some of the bugs, I don't know anything, but I can try and help.
She's not moving. Hoku.
Well,
Okay.
she's just sleeping. They helped her. She's just sleeping. She needs to sleep to get better. If we find some bugs, we can You can show her when she wakes up.
Okay.
You can tell her about it.
Okay. And I think Nolan takes your hand and walks away. She's definitely not letting go of you, though.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I think I even set aside my rock to hold Nala's hand.
Oh, you put the
Haley.
rock down.
Haley, how dare you? I'm already crying.
That's too
Um,
much.
Also crying, so it's cool.
Oh my god.
I'm
Yeah, I
close
think
to it.
Olga is just in like straight up like military survival mode of like, and I feel like her and Qeela, I think as well, and forgive me, Aaron, if you have a different take on what Qeela would be doing, but I feel like very much like mind link connection of like we've done this before, and just like in the zone of like yeah like grinding herbs, wrapping, oh here and grab this, yep, and more water, yep, and rags here, and elevate her head this thing, like very much just like what do we need to do right now to make this the best possible outcome out of a very grave situation.
Full on, I would agree. Very much first aid scenario. You know, grinding herbs, applying poultices. Qeela is stone faced the whole time. This is business. She's working right now, but in the back of her head the whole time she realizes she was selfish. She should have been more careful.
Zoc, do you think that you're saying anything to Tuga as you're with her? I mean, she's asleep, but do you think that, like, Zoc would be speaking to her at all?
Yeah, I think he's definitely, like, under his breath. Like, nothing super audible to everybody else, but he's just like, I need you, like kind of rocking with it, like stay with me, like I can't do this without you, like just bubbling.
We see fight, flight, freeze, and fawn all here. Zoc kind of fawning, a little bit of freezing here, begging Tuga to hold on, not really being able to, anything but tunnel vision. And of course we have Flight, the two kids, getting out of there, going to do something else to distract themselves. And we have the two that have to step up and get something done, because Zoc is frozen and the kids are walking away. And somebody has to get these herbs ground up, and somebody has to get these wounds wrapped. And all together, the Ugg family starts trying to heal Tuga. You guys are in the middle of like a very open area here. So I think up to you guys, like how long you would stay here before you would try to like transport her. I think probably like Olga and Qeela would probably be the masterminds on that issue. But you guys are in a very open area right now.
At this point of us like working on it for however long we've been working on her, do we think that it's okay to move her, or do we think that we would need to build something around her versus like move her to a place that's more shaded?
Give me a check that makes sense for you here.
Okay, survival.
Sure.
I think while Olga is focused on the logistical aspect, Qeela's fully in on stopping the bleeding.
Okay. Olga, your DC, I'd say like 5.
14.
Great. I know you had a D20 there, so no big deal. You have, I imagine, over the many, many years, tended to many people who have been minorly or very seriously hurt. And you think that after these, like, probably several hours of truly just, the kids are off to one side, you guys aren't even, I mean, truly, if something were to happen to the kids right now, no one would notice, kind of thing. Because Qeela and Olga are so focused in, oh my god, Josie's face, my kids. Qeela Qeela and Oga are so focused in on this medicinal stuff. Zoc is fully locked in on Tuga. You are there for many, many hours, and I think that you would think it's okay to move her to that safe spot, but then after you get that initial move over, it would probably be best to let her stay in one place and rest for like at least a few days.
Okay. Great. Can I see the children at this point?
Would you guys have gone out of sight?
I don't think so, no. I think Hoku at this point knows better than to take Nala out of sight of the adults. But she does just want to get far enough away that she doesn't have to pay attention to it.
Okay.
And
Nala was
to
Hoku,
keep
so.
Nala faced away.
Yeah. I'm gonna sort of like beckon them over. Children, gather here, please. Quickly.
Yeah, we come over.
We're going to need to move your mother to someplace safer, someplace where we will not be found. I'm going to need your help to help scout out a new place.
I don't want to hurt her.
She's going to be completely fine. Don't worry, but she's not safe out here in the open. None of us are. We are left vulnerable. Remember what I taught you. You, Nala, and your father. I'm going to need your help because Qeela and I cannot leave her.
Right now.
I need your help to try to find a place where we can safely let her rest.
Right now
I can help too.
it has just become nighttime, and so the moon is now up above the horizon. Oga, you for sure realize that means it's now, like we need to find a new place yesterday. Hoku, you see that the moon has come out.
She came out to help us. If she's gonna help us move Mom too. She'll help us find a place for her.
Olga takes a deep breath and swallows whatever she was planning on initially saying. Yes, if your moon friend can help us find a place for your mother to rest, that would be very helpful.
I'll ask her. I'll ask her. And I think Hoku's gonna turn towards the moon.
Give me...
Please.
Oh, you go first.
Yeah. Please, you have to help. This is how we're gonna prove that you're real, that we are real. My mom needs this. I need her to be safe, so please.
Give me a DC 10 mate check.
Okay. I've got a D10, so I have to blow up.
Gotta blow up.
That's a 2.
Hoku, you, I think, see the biting back of your grandma, clearly wanting to say something that you probably wouldn't like. Yeah, whatever. Go see if the moon can find a place. And you go over and you beg the moon for help. And there's nothing. And not that Grandma had talked to you about this necessarily, but it's the same thing that Olga felt that first day that we met the Uggs, standing over Grandpa's grave, where you're talking to someone, to something that you love, and you're begging them for a sign. But it doesn't really matter how badly you want it right now. I think something deep in Hoku knows that the moon isn't going to help you right now.
please, I really need you right now. I know I've said it before, but I just... This time it's real. Why won't you help? Why won't you help us?
Olga, Qeela, and Nala, you all are standing right there, actively able to hear this. Zoc, I think you can make that decision for your own character if you're paying attention.
I'm gonna walk up to her and put a hand on her shoulder.
I think I just turn to my grandma and I pull her into a hug for probably the first time since I was really little. And I just cry.
Yeah. Again, I think Olga very stiffly, like, okay. Trying to kind of relax into it, like, how does Tuga do this all day? These crying children, like, but like trying to like, in the way that someone would attempt to emulate a softness that they were not accustomed to emulating, like just trying to like, maybe pulls in a little bit too hard.
Qeela, Nala, or Zoc, do any of you interact with this scene at all?
I think it just...
Go ahead, Nala, sorry.
Said I think Nala would just go up and hug her sister.
You feel Nala come up behind you and hug you while you're hugging Grandma.
I reach one hand sort of behind me to hug Nala back.
I think that Zoc being so locked in on like what's happening, he hears this like cry to the moon and like is not going to interact immediately, but kind of makes him angry. Like this is happening right here, and this is like how you're choosing to spend this time. Like he's not ready to sort of confront that, but he's like, how can you be doing this?
I think that, I'm assuming there's still some work that should be done in maintaining Tuga's condition. And I think that as much as Qeela wants to say something, if she's talking, she's not working right now.
Gotcha.
Can I get down at eye level with Hoku? I mean, I don't know, is Hoku...
You might already kind of be at eye level with Hoku, but yeah.
Just like hunch a little bit. I know what you're feeling, my darling. But your mother needs you right now. Can you be strong for me?
Try.
That's all I need.
Okay. What do I do? I'm not a hunter, or I don't know how to help.
You're curious.
She would.
You have an exploratory mind. I need you to use that.
Okay. And I think I'm gonna look around myself and try to find a spot for my mom.
Nala, do you go with her?
I'm gonna encourage Nala to do so, and then I'm gonna head over to Zoc as well, to so they aren't going alone.
Okay. Nala, do you go?
I think with everything with her mom, Nala doesn't want to leave her sister.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. So Hoku and Nala kind of step off, and I think Hoku, you're feeling upset, and I think that this is like like everyone has been telling me for all these months or however long it's been that the moon isn't real, or that the moon isn't going to talk to me, or that the moon doesn't love me. And I think you feel this like, oh my god, am I growing up right now and realizing that they were right? And you can decide how that manifests in you. If that manifests as like anger or bitterness or sadness or whatever it is. But you also notice that for the first time, maybe ever, you've been sent off on your own to do something. In charge of Nala. And your entire life, no one, except an adult, goes anywhere alone. And no one except an adult is left in charge of the children. So you start to head off. Go ahead and give me, Nala and Hoku can both roll for this, a DC 10 hunt check. And while they're finding that, Olga, you wanted to go talk to Zoc.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna send Zoc after them, but I feel like all of the stuff you said for Hoku is a little bit more satisfying.
Wink!
Yeah, wink, wink. Yeah, I'll head over to Zoc and just do like a mental check-in with my son. She's going to be fine.
She has to be fine.
She will be. She is much stronger than you give her credit for. Do you remember when she was pushing out Nala? Please.
Zoc just kind of chuckles a little bit. You know, she makes us stronger.
She does. She also makes us, dare I say, nicer, happier. She is much like your father, I think.
Why won't you tell her that?
Listen, I have grown quite close to Tuga over these past few days. I have given her her merits. Why do you need me to be so open and mushy-gushy? There are more pressing matters that we have to deal with, my son.
You just don't get it. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you tell them? Because what if she doesn't make it through? And she doesn't know? Are you okay with that?
I think Olga's gonna fall silent on that a little bit.
Yeah, and Zoc is just sitting there still like brushing hair out of her face and like trying to wipe away a little sweat and blood and whatnot.
We must find a place where we are safe. Where we can rest without worrying about being attacked. That is where my focus lies. Not with how you feel. And that is why your wife is alive.
Zoc is just not gonna give her the satisfaction of being right on this. He's not interacting, for sure.
Fully looking down at Tuga, not making eye contact. What is Zoc's inner kind of monologue here?
Guilt, I think a lot of it, for being so focused in combat that he was just kind of raging and not realizing that this was happening around the tree or wherever she was trying to hide, and guilt that he hadn't stood up to his mother beforehand, and just a lot of guilt. He's putting a lot of this blame on himself because he's like a protector and something happened.
Let's resolve those two hunt checks. What did the kids get?
Hoku got a 2. I think she feels a lot. She's angry about not getting an answer. She's sad because maybe all of the adults in her family were right, and maybe she's been delusional all of this time, and maybe they're right, and she just has to grow up and accept that it's not real. And she's sad about her mom. She's confused because the moon has answered every other time. Why won't she answer? And she needs her. She's just too distracted by all of her emotions to really find anything.
What did Nala get?
I got a 10.
I was hoping you
would.
would.
Then used an evolutionary point to blow up.
Nala. As often the youngest members of families, and specifically children, are, with this incredible life change happening of having to leave the only home you've ever known and travel, probably 50 miles at this point, right? I mean, it's been a few days. And something's going on with Aunt Qeela, and Grandma and Dad are fighting, and something's going on with Hoku. Hoku and Grandma are fighting, and now Mommy has been hurt, trying to save you, trying to protect you. And as children, especially youngest children, often are, you've kind of been pushed to the side,
please.
Forgotten.
Sorry.
Notably, the only time that all 4 adults stopped bickering to talk to you or to look at you for any amount of time was when you did something to get in trouble. And you climbed that tree to get that fruit. And now seeing that Dad, capable always, is unable to move from your dying mother's side. And I think you noticed this, maybe Hoku's growing up thing too, where you've never been allowed to go anywhere with just Hoku. There's always an adult with you. And I think you take note of this, almost like Hoku's getting treated like an adult thing happening here too. And as you go with your sister, and she's very clearly upset over what you saw with the moon, and all of the adults are out of commission or frazzled or busy. No, I think you feel kind of this little bit of responsibility fall on you of okay, well, this whole trip, the only way I can get them to stop fighting is by acting up, so that they can gang up on me to scold me. But they obviously didn't think I was a chump, or they wouldn't have trusted Hoku and I alone to go find somewhere for Mommy to be. And I'm really good at looking for things. I look for bugs all the time. And you think, when bugs want to hide and be safe from things that eat them, where do they go? They go under things, under rocks, under bark. And Hoku was walking with you, but not really paying any attention. And I think that eventually you see this overhang on the side of the mountain. Not quite a full cave that goes into the mountain, but just an overhang where a slab of rock kind of cliffs off a bit. And there's, like a queen-size mattress-sized space that is completely covered by this. And it's covered on, back wall and one kind of wall. So it's kind of a corner. And you think, if I were a bug, that's where I'd hide.
I think Nala just kind of takes Hoku's hand to show her. And she just kind of looks at Hoku and goes, "You always help me, and now I can help you be strong. And we can help Mommy if we bring her here."
It's so good, Nala. You're so much smarter than I am. Proud of
You're
you.
so smart, Hoku. I want to be like you
Not.
when I grow up.
Should be like Mom. You don't want to be like me.
I think you're a lot more like Mom than you think.
Let's go tell everyone. Okay.
Okay.
We start to walk back to the rest of the family.
You guys get back. Everyone, you guys see the kids walk back through the woods. And they come back into your view.
We found a place for Mom. So that she can be safe.
Excellent. And I'm gonna gesture to Qeela and Zoc to, like, surround Tuga to, like, basically lift her up so she's not, like, bending in any places and is fully supported.
Do you need help carrying her?
If
Yes,
you want to help hold a head steady, I'd really appreciate that, Hoku.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. And I think Hoku also realizes as she is holding her mom's head and helping, she helps her mom. She can't take the rock the moon gave her. And she has to leave the moon behind if she's going to save her family. And I think she hesitates for a second, knowing that she's leaving behind what has been such a big part of her childhood. So she just takes a glance at it and then goes and helps hold her mom's head steady.
Take an evolution token. You actually just made me go.
Bruh.
So, Zoc, I think you start with kind of like a bridal carry type deal. Qeela, you help to get her straightened out, so that she's, you know, like Olga said, not like folded in half or bending or anything like that, right? And ends up with kind of Zoc supporting her at her torso, Qeela with her legs, and Hoku just making sure that her head doesn't like lull back. Nala and Olga, are you guys taking up the front? Like, Nala, are you going to lead the way? Back? Olga, you take the back?
I think Nala's scared to touch her mom, so she'll just walk right in front of everybody to show them where to go.
Yeah. If they've got carrying her covered, I think Olga's just gonna, like, as she walks along, try to grab any more, like, herbs, berries, any, like, food, any little things on the way that she sees that could be helpful. Maybe, like, some extra brush to, like, cover wherever this, like, overhanging is, so they have a little bit more, like, camouflage around their shelter. Things like little things kind of, like, all in the way that anything she can find.
Beautiful. You guys find this overhang. Like I said, it is probably the size of, like, modern day, like a queen mattress. Could fit and just barely still be under the rock that's hanging over here. But all of you can fit there if you kind of sleep pile it. And you guys get Tuga laid down, and I think, like Olga said, you guys get some brush set up on the side there. I would imagine you kind of compile some animal pelts that you guys all had separately to make some kind of a bed for her. She is unconscious and, like, obviously since she's unconscious, unable to, like, stand up or anything like that. But even once she wakes up, like, that's the level of injury we're at. Like, she's not going to be able to walk around for a few days. But she is stable, and you all think she will live. It just will be a bit of recovery time. Several days pass here. Probably near a week. Tuga wakes up, like, the next morning, essentially. Like, takes a really long sleep, but wakes up the next morning. But several days pass here. Tuga's unable to move unassisted, as you all kind of work around the clock to get this shelter going. You all know that this cannot be your new cave. It is not big enough. It is not safe enough. But this has to work for right now. To take care of her, to nurse her back to health, to make this shelter as safe as possible. The earth shakes have continued. They happen about every 12 hours, like less extreme than they have been, but it feels like a building up to something bigger. You guys all feel that. Kind of get that idea. After about a week of being in this kind of lean-to, we cut to Tuga on this bed of like grass, rock, animal pelt, sitting like kind of partially propped up as Zoc lifts like a curved piece of bark that has water in it up to her lips and kind of helps her drink. I would imagine you still probably haven't hardly left her side since she's been. Is that correct?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think the only thing that he would have left for really was to like make sure the area was secure like once they got there, like the once over, and then I mean he's right back.
So you're helping her get a drink of water here. You guys found a stream nearby, but she can't get over to it, so you bring in kind of like a very primitive bowl, bring over and help your wife drink here. Tuga, you are getting better, but again, still more weak than injured at this point. There's a saying in anthropology, often attributed to Margaret Mead, where she said that the first sign of civilization in an ancient culture is a femur that had been broken and then healed. In the animal kingdom, no animal survives a leg breaking, because no primitive animal was staying in one place long enough, no primitive human was staying in one place long enough to be able to nurse the injured person back to health. A broken femur that is healed is evidence that someone has taken the time to stay with the person, bound up the wound, carried them to safety, tended them through their recovery. And she said that helping someone through difficulty is where civilization starts. And in this prehistoric family, we see this first sign of civilization, as you guys have not left Tuga behind, as she's had these very drastic injuries that for any other prehistoric family it would have been not able to take care of them. On this particular day, you two are sitting here. Oga and Hoku have gone to the hunt. Hoku, I think over this last week you've taken on a little bit more of an adult role, as your mom is completely out of commission, and Zoc is kind of taken on like a caretaker role here. So you're helping, Oga, you're out of retirement, hunting again. Not that you were ever really, but you still got it. And Hoku, you kind of take a step up, so to speak. Nala and Qeela are gathering more plants, berries, medicinal herbs, that kind of thing. We're going to go to Nala and Qeela first. You guys are wandering around, you're gathering. Do you say anything in particular to each other?
I think over this past week or so, Qeela has very much been focused on A, Tuga's health, B, a little bit in the back of her head, she hears Oga's voice. They're not ready yet. They need to learn. And she's passing on all the information she can. So I think in this moment, it is just crash course. All right, bugs. That's good. Sometimes you can eat bugs, obviously. It's not the best. I've met some families that really love it, but at the end of the day, food is food. As far as berries go, these ones are okay. If the leaves aren't shiny, if they don't have them. You know what? How about this? We've been going over it for a few days. How about you find some good berries?
Okay. I think she'll look around to find the nearest bush she can to grab them.
Give me a hunt check. The DC will be like a 5.
Got a 9.
Awesome. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Nala doesn't get a ton of one-on-one time with Qeela. Qeela seems like the kind of aunt who's like, I don't really touch them until they turn like 13. You know what I mean? Like, just a little bit not super kid-oriented. And is more like, yeah, I'll help Hoku sneak out, but I don't know what to do with you and your bugs. But I think you're
Listen,
pretty...
if you can't cuss with me, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Well, I think you're, like, excited to be spending some one-on-one time with your Aunt Qeela, and by default are, like, really locked into everything she's saying. And you're able, you know, Qeela, she brings back, has gathered all the right things. Nothing that you weren't supposed to eat came back with her.
You know, this is perfect. When I was your age, I was still grabbing poison, so you're really knocking it out of the water. You're doing great. I'm gonna stash these with the rest of the good berries, and later tonight, you know, obviously you need to know when a berry has gone bad. So, one of the berries that I enjoy. Obviously, you're still far too young for them, but you need to know where the limit is, you know? So we'll just start you with one, okay?
Okay.
So you give her a sip of your wine, essentially.
Effectively. It's like, okay, here you go.
Oh, if
Know
Zoc
what
and
it's
Tuga
like.
could see
Do it
this.
in moderation, do it in the hop.
If Zoc and Tuga could see this.
I'm so lucky.
She needs to know.
That's so funny. Okay, and then we cut to Oga and Hoku. As you guys, you haven't found anything to track yet, but you're still kind of looking for tracks here. What do you guys, if you talk about anything in particular?
I'm sorry that I've spent so much time being distracted.
I understand.
I really thought that she cared about me. I don't know. I know it's silly, but it was always there.
I remember when I was your age. And I thought I was very much in love. There was a boy a few caves over, and I was absolutely smitten with him. Followed him around constantly. It was very embarrassing. I so badly wanted him to love me. But he never did. Not the way that I loved him.
Then you met
I
Grandpa?
remember that. Not Grandpa. I remember that heartbreak. That was before I met your grandfather. And it was so painful. It was like my soul had shattered in two. I didn't want to eat. I couldn't sleep. And I felt so alone. But then I met your grandfather. And it was so easy. You are... Hoku, you are beautiful. And you are wondrous. You have such an incredible mind. You deserve someone who worships you. You should not have to chase after your love. And I hope one day you find that.
You think I will? You think there's a girl out there that will love me back? That'll talk back, I guess.
I think if some grumpy, mean drone like myself can find love, surely someone with a heart as pure as yours can too.
Didn't know you were capable of being this nice to me.
Well, your father has a unique ability to make me feel like shit, so I suppose he has me reflecting. I was never, your grandfather was always much better at these things than I, but he's not here anymore, so...
I miss him. I miss him too. I'm sorry that I threw that in your face so many times. No, you don't know how to comfort. You don't deserve someone throwing that pain back at you. And if you do it to me,
you are a child. You act as a child. I am your grandmother, and I was not acting like it.
suppose not. You're allowed to be upset and angry. We're a family and we help each other. We can't help each other if we hide our pain.
I have spent so many years being angry.
Yeah, me too.
It is time for me to start being more kind.
Suppose we can work on that together.
I would like that very much.
You guys see some kind of gazelle-like creature dart through the grass.
I think if Olga would let her, Oku's going to try to get it herself.
Yeah. Olga's gonna gesture.
Go, Hoku. Give me a DC 5 hunt check.
Right. That's a 1. However, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 evolution tokens, and I'm gonna use them all right now so I can blow up.
Yes.
Wow, okay, awesome. Might as well. Get them all in, y'all.
Dig deep, dig deep.
Learning with me,
So
Ma.
I did it. D8 now. So that is a 4 on the D8, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Beautiful. You take, so sorry to the history buffs if this is, like, so wrong. I think that you've found some kind of, like, bow and arrow? That might be, like, thousands of years off. But, like...
Or spear. She could throw a spear.
Let's go with that. You find you pick up a spear off the ground, and one that, like, maybe Qeela had whittled for you over the last few days. And you nail this thing right through the skull, knocking it to the ground dead.
Oh my god, I did it!
Of course you did it. You're my granddaughter.
I don't know what to do from here. I've never actually succeeded at hunting.
Well, we're going to bring it back together. Then we are going to skin it. Then we are going to cut up the meat for the rest of our family to feast on. And then we shall celebrate your victory.
Yeah, I can do that.
So you guys...
Seems like the easy part.
You guys, go there and we'll cut. Qeela, you had something that you wanted to do, like, right after the injury.
Yes. I think it would have been not the first night, but maybe the second or third. I think it would be the third night. Night 1, Qeela's fully focused on tending to wounds. Night 2, Hoku's getting older. She can stay awake, so I invite her to join me on watch. Night 3, Qeela takes her shift and steps away. This area is bad. Qeela lost her own innocence here to some degree. And god damn it, she's not going to let it happen again. So she goes out looking for the rock.
That is beautiful. Give me a hunt check, and because you know exactly where she dropped it, it's only going to be a DC 3. Or you can give anything else that you think would make sense here. It doesn't have to be hunt.
That's a 1, but I'm going to spend my 2 evolution tokens.
There you go. Beautiful. You know where she dropped it. You go back, and you get that rock for her. Do you say something? You leave it for her? Like, what do you do?
I was injured fairly badly in this fight. Not as bad as Tuga had been, but to the point where my arms are bandaged. So it is not a pick up and carry this rock thing. It is who knows how long of rolling it along the ground and stashing it in a bush, hoping that Hoku might come across it herself. And after the stone is hidden away, she, alright, okay, come on, it's, you gotta wake up and take over my shift real quick. I gotta go bush, so I need you to watch for me.
Yeah, I can do that.
Hoku, I know, the other night things were tense and you felt ignored, I think. But you gotta understand, it's not that the moon, she wasn't ignoring you, I think. But we didn't have much light, so I think she was focused on helping Mom be okay for you,
Yeah. I guess that the light was helpful too. We would have been able to find this place without the light, but still didn't. She's always giving me signs, and this time there was nothing. I was just a silly kid.
No, it's... love is love, and your father and your mother and your grandmother might not get it, but at the end of the day, you love the moon, and I'm sure she loves you. I'm certain of it. Otherwise, there could have been no moon out. Some nights there are no moons out, whether that's cloud or whatever. She clearly chased all the clouds away so we could help your mother,
I can't keep getting my hopes up about her.
Alright, well, she sent you one sign, maybe she'll send you another.
Maybe.
Hoku, I think that on the way back from flashing back to a week after the injury, I think that, Aaron, take an evolution token. That was awesome. Flashing back to that week later, you are on your way back from, the hunt with Grandma. And as you're, like, dragging this animal type thing, you see something peeking out of a bush near your overhang. And on very little extra inspection, you can see it's the rock.
I kind of just drop the part of the animal that I'm holding.
Oh!
Sorry, I just, pointed out to, Oga.
What the fuck?
Hey.
Oh. Animal senses distress.
Sorry, that's gonna completely make me break because
Oh.
it's okay, I'm okay. I know I said that I wasn't going to believe all of this anymore, but it has to be a sign from her, right? You don't think I'm crazy?
I don't think you're crazy. I think you're in love.
I run over it and I pick up the rock. I'm gonna take this inside, and I'm gonna find a safe place for it. Maybe I can set it with Mom, so Mom can have some comfort from her too. And then I'll come back and I will help prepare meals.
I think Oka's gonna immediately look at Qeela knowing she was the only person who could have done this. And just, like, kind of lock her jaw, like...
We were
I'm
so
turning over
close.
A new leaf. I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm turning over a new leaf.
It's full on just fucking, like, shark eyes. Like, you gonna fucking question me on this?
We were so close to having our kid be normal!
We had a nice bonding moment. We talked about shared heartbreak. It was beautiful.
So...
I think at this point she's gonna let it go. She's like, okay, today was a win. Hoku got the hunt. We got a little bit of bonding. Grandma was nice. Like, a win is a win. And she's just gonna, like, gesture to Qeela, like, you gonna help me fucking drag this thing in by myself? Or, like, what are we doing here?
I mean, you said you're not slowing down, but okay. Grabbing the hind legs, just full on, just...
My goodness, you are my daughter, aren't you? I feel like Keela's the only one that can kind of match Oka's sass. I feel like Qeela and Hoku, they kind of like...
As we...
this sassy trio.
As we cut from Hoku and Oga, while everyone's still out hunting and gathering, Tuga, give me a fire check, and the DC is only going to be a 5.
Okay. Fire, I have 88. Okay. This will be a 6.
Perfect. You're weak. It's hard to do much of anything. You're not walking all the way down to the watering hole yet. Maybe you're getting up for short periods of time, that kind of thing. You've had, from having such a non-stop life before this, do we have all the hunt, do we need to go on a hunt again? Do we have enough berries and plants and gathered things to eat? Do we have this? Where are the children? Why is Hoku having a crisis? Where's Nala? Is Nala doing something dangerous right now? Does Zoc still love me? Like, all of these different things constantly going on. Why am I fighting? Why does Oga hate me so much? You had such a busy life in Cave. It's been chaotic as ever since you've left. But for like a week now, you've had kind of uninterrupted time where, like, you and Zoc are probably getting to chat in just the two of you, which you haven't gotten to do in a long time, I'm sure. But also just uninterrupted time to sit and kind of listen to how your body feels. And you've seen the signs. You've had this feeling for like a few moons now. And you feel certain that the same feeling that happened many moons before Hoku and Nala arrived is happening again. And you realize that this stirring kind of feeling that you've had your suspicions about for a few moons now means that despite maybe bad timing, a new baby is coming. You're not, you don't have like a huge bump or anything yet, not that far along, but it's far enough along that you've noticed in caveman times, maybe like 4 or 5 months. And Tuga, while sitting here, you haven't said anything to Zoc or to anyone yet, but while laying here, Zoc's helping you drink. You think back to a night many moons ago when, you had no idea that you were going to have to leave Cave. When you caught Hoku and Zoc being up late into the night, just chatting and getting to know each other and kind of bonding. And this was right around, but not yet, like right before Hoku started with this moon stuff. You caught Hoku had gotten up and sat with her father while he was doing watch, and they were just kind of chatting late into the night and bonding in a way that, like, since Hoku had become a teenager, they really hadn't. And when you catch them, you very sternly send Hoku back to bed. But you come over and you sit next to Zoc for a minute. I think you're very pleased that you've been, that he's been spending time with the teen Hoku, who has maybe been a little more reserved. Started doing, soon she's going to start all this moon stuff. You don't even know about that yet, but you're very pleased that he's bonding with her, and you're very attracted to your husband in this moment just for being such a good dad. What do you... No, let's stop it. As you... Hoku, to bed. Come on. Are you kidding me? Look, the sun's almost up again. What do you say to your husband as you sit down next to him as you send Hoku back to bed?
I think she kind of smiles to herself first and just kind of sits back and watches for a minute. And then when she sends her off to bed, she kind of quietly sits down next to Zoc and is probably just like, puts her head on his shoulder, maybe grabs his hand, they hold her hands, and says, "We're doing all right, aren't we?"
We're doing great.
I know that whenever we first found out, we were a bit of a mess, and I know that you were worried too about having a little one around, but I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of us.
They're just amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, they take after their mother.
I think they have a bit of both of us in them. Well, you've been out here watching all night.
Well, I think Zach gives his wife a kiss.
First one of the whole campaign.
Well, is it safe enough out here? Have you noticed anything, or can we step away for a minute?
It's a still night.
The kids are asleep.
We're good.
And I think that they go off, go do whatever they want to do.
Whatever happens.
They go, yeah. Whatever happens. You know,
Zoc
they go to the White Bush.
Zoc and Zoc comes to bed for the evening, if you will. As we move back to the present, Tuga, you think back, you remember that night that you think might be explaining why you feel the way you do now, the way that you felt before Hoku came, before Nala came. No one's here right now, except for your husband and you, as Oga and Hoku have gone on the hunt, and Qeela and Nala have gone hunting and gathering. Zoc's helping you drink. He has not left your side in many days. What do you say to each other?
I think she's probably she's had a lot of time to think. And so but it doesn't make saying it any easier. I feel like she's not used to the one being cared for. I think in her way she's the one taking care of others. So I don't think that she kind of likes it too much. I don't want people to, I don't think she really feels like it's a waste of time, but I think she feels like I'm okay. I'm fine. I don't know why they're still worrying about me. They can go and do all these things they need to do. We need to be getting moving and stuff. So, I think very abruptly she's just going to be like, thanks, Doc, but, I'm fine here. You don't need to be stuck with me here. I'm doing just fine.
Stuck with you?
You know what I mean.
I love being here with you. When was the last time I got to spend time with just you?
Yeah, it's been pretty busy for a while now. You know what I mean? They're all off, I'm sure the others may need your help, maybe with the hinds, I know that Hoku apparently has been doing very well. I saw that catch that she got the other day, but, I'm okay. I feel like she's going to try and, sit up and get up to prove her point.
Give me a skull check, DC 4.
Okay. Okay, dice. It's 2.
2. You sit up. Zoc, you're sitting right next to her. You try to sit up and you go, huh. And immediately...
I immediately...
Catch her.
I'm immediately, catching her. Yeah. I'm not leaving you like that.
Zoc, there's too much to do. You can't be stuck here with me this whole time. We've got to be preparing. There's so much to do in such little time.
Stop worrying. Worry about getting better.
Doc, I've been here for a while now. I'm a little bit worried. I might be wrong. I don't know how to say it. You know how I started to feel... You know how I started to feel kind of weird right before Hoku and Nala got here?
Yeah.
Well, I'm worried because it's happening again.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm feeling sick, and at first I thought that maybe it was just because, maybe I didn't like the food, or I was still recovering. But I'm noticing the signs more and more. I think that we might be having another baby here.
And Zoc just he's dumb. He's just immediately new cave, necessary, bigger, he's a kid, and he's so excited. Zoc is so visibly in the face, and he just big hug, too big of a hug for somebody that is both pregnant and injured. Just so another kid?
Nala's gonna be a big sister.
And just tears. Silent tears. Just happy tears.
You see now why I kind of want you to go and help get prepared?
We'll get out of here as soon as possible. We'll find somewhere, but Tuga, if you think telling me you're pregnant is gonna make me leave you, you're out of your mind.
Doc, I would never expect you to leave me, but this is not a good time. Oh, your mother's gonna kill me.
We'll be okay. We'll figure it out, I promise. Another kid.
Yeah.
Right now, I think Hoku comes back to put away the rock, and right after, Qeela, you stopped to have this stare off with Grandma, so Hoku and Nala walk in right at about the same time.
Do we hear the tail end of that conversation?
I think you see that Mom and Dad are hugging and visibly excited about something, but you don't know what.
You guys okay?
Got
Oh, hi, Hoku.
Yeah.
The moon, she sent the rock back. Look.
Okay, dear.
Zoc is visibly upset about it, but nothing's bringing him down right now.
I was gonna put it with you, Mom, so she can comfort you like she does for me.
Hoku, while you're setting this rock down, give me I'll let you do kind of whatever you want here. Think, hunt, fire. I'd take any one of those. Whatever you'd like to do. Maybe even mate. I would hear an argument. I would allow that.
I guess I'll just do fire. I feel like that makes sense. Good God,
DC's
that's
only
a
gonna...
1.
Oh, okay. Very excited about this rock. Don't know what else is going on. Nala,
Nope,
you can give
why
me...
would I?
You can give me a fire check. The DC is going to be far higher, though. Give me an 8 fire check.
Okay.
What do you mean it's harder? Nala was there when the parents found out she was gonna be born.
It's 7.
7, so close, but not an 8. Are you leaving it at a 7?
Yes.
Cool. Take an evolution token. I don't know. You're pretty psyched that mom and dad are hugging and excited about something, though. Don't know what, but I loved you walking in and saying, "Is everything okay?" Because your mom and dad are visibly being affectionate. But, yeah, I don't know. But, Hoku, you come and put your rock down. Nala, you can come over to mom's bedside if you want to.
I think she really did help us that night, Mom, when we had to find this place for you. She didn't answer me, but Aunt Qeela was saying, like, back when we first brought you here, that she gave us light to help you find this place, and I didn't believe her because she always gives me bigger signs. She was just waiting until the time was right, until we all were strong enough.
And Qeela told you that, huh?
Yeah, she did. She's been the only one who's ever believed me about this until recently, so.
I think at this moment, Tuga's going to hold out her hand for Hoku to take. Does she take it?
Yeah, she does.
Hoku dear, maybe there are people looking down on us from the stars, like Grandpa, or my before family, or any other friends or family we may have once had, but a rock in the sky, the moon, it's not the same.
She sent a sign. She brought this back to us. I think she sort of rips her hand out of her mother's as well. She helped us find this place for you. I know you all think it's silly. I thought it was silly. But, I mean, she's proved it.
I think Zock's gonna give Qeela like a look like.
Qeela hasn't walked
I'm
in yet.
outside, dude. I'm outside staring at
you
mom.
are.
Yeah, Qeela and Oga haven't walked in yet. I think at this moment they will, though. And you guys walk in as Hoku is arguing with Tuga. You guys see, like, Tuga's laying down on the bed, Zock kind of sitting next to her, like a hand on her waist, probably. And Nala standing near Mom. Hoku arguing with Tuga.
Sorry, but she can't help us. We have to help each other.
And we can. We helped each other too, but that doesn't mean she can't help. She's part of the family. She's always been here for us.
Hoku, you are such a wonderful daughter, and I love you to death, but at some point, you're just gonna have to let her go.
No, I already thought I had to let her go, and I was wrong. She proved me wrong.
I think at this point she kind of glances at Gran as she walks in. Like, she doesn't normally look for help, but I think at this moment she's like, I don't know what else to say.
Oga's gonna slap the back of Keela's head.
Qeela, unless intentionally brought into this, is at the moment, unless things escalate, she's doing busy work because
Absolutely fucking not.
she is not going to do this She said her piece already. If she has to, she'll get dragged in. But right now, it's just like, no, I gotta help skin this.
As Qeela tries to sneak away, Oka's gonna pull her back by the ear.
Zoc, you look over and you're like, oh, Qeela's in trouble.
I'm gonna yank my daughter over here. I go, you always tell me to stay out of it when I tell Tuga how to raise her children. It is not your place to meddle. You started this mess. You will fix it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it was very bright that night. It was.
Very bright. I have lived so many years on this desolate wasteland of a planet. You have floating magical rocks. You and I both know do not exist in this world.
Alright, you've got a floating magical dad that I know doesn't exist, so...
She's gonna slap her daughter.
Give me a club check. Qeela, give me a grunt check.
I think in this moment of tension, Tuga's gonna kind of call Nala over. Just be like, have her settle down beside her.
Oh, that's a 1. Oga's so hurt right now.
4. You go...
Takes the hit, though. Still takes it, but just...
How dare you? And I think at that, Oga's like, I'm done. And she's gonna walk outside.
Oga, you walk outside. Nala, do you go sit by Mom? Or do you go somewhere else or do something else?
I think Nala, looking at everybody fighting, goes to stand by Mom and just kind of... Why are we always fighting? We
Mom.
have no cave, we're just here, Mom's finally awake and we're still fighting.
Mom and Dad, you're sitting right there. Hoku, up to you if you're still there, if you stormed out. Qeela, same thing.
I think Hoku probably stormed out after all of that, but yeah, I don't know where she would go outside the cave, especially with Grandma having stormed out at the same time.
I think seeing that Hoku and Oga are both out, Qeela's immediately out in case there's going to be a conflict there. And then, if not, just waits silently outside the cave.
So we have Mom, Dad, and Nala inside.
Why can't we just let Hoku be happy? If she likes the moon, who cares? If it's real or not, she's happy and we're not fighting about it. Why do we have to fight about it?
Zoc, be a father!
Done silent. Honey, your daughter, or your sister deserves better than somebody who can't give them anything.
But why can't that be a problem when we're safe? We're not safe now, and she has something that makes her feel safer. So why not let her? I don't understand.
I know. I know you don't. But these things, they distract us from what's really in front of us. And we all need to be focused on the family together. And some idea.
How can we be focused on the family when we're always fighting about the family?
I'm sorry, honey. We'll try. I'll try and be better.
Sometimes in families, There are several people that all want to do the right thing, and they all think that they are. And sometimes that's why they fight.
I just want us all to be happy and safe. And I want Kate.
You know, it's all you knew. But I want so much for you, Nala. There's so much out there. And I know you're gonna love it.
I think Nala just kind of sits down with Mom and tucks into her.
Yeah.
I think, if I may, I think Zog wants to find Qeela.
Yeah. Dad, you stand up and head outside. Nala, you kind of cuddle up with Mom. Go find Qeela.
I'm right there. I feel like Olga and I are maybe like 100 feet apart, sitting on different rocks, just glaring.
Oh, no way, no way. Olga's walking.
Qeela at that point is making sure she knows where Olga is still, but is very much like,
You messy bitch. You messy bitch.
Zaki, find Qeela.
I promised my daughter that I would try and be better. And so I'm not gonna fight you. Where did the rock come from?
well, I reckon it came from the moon.
I asked you to come with us because my daughter trusts you. Not so that you could lie to her.
You didn't ask me to come with because I'm your sister? That didn't matter?
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Of course it mattered, but I begged you to come and to help me.
I'm trying to help, okay? But you know what? If there is one thing that Agoka's family did right, it was that they had hope. And I have never, since Dad died, seen an ounce of fucking hope here. So sorry.
This isn't about you. You know,
No,
I'm
it's
here for
not.
you, and you know I care for you. But I need my daughter. I need her to know that we're here for her now. We're there for her. It can't always be the moon is there for her. The moon is giving her this. The moon is giving her that. We need to be together. And she was okay with that.
Heaven forbid she has something more than a family. Heaven forbid she has a little extra hope. You know, last time I was here, I realized I was just like Mom, and you're just like Mom. There's no hope, and listen, I can't have Hoku like that. That's not gonna fly. So you know what? When we're safe, you can let it down easy.
You will tell my daughter the truth. Promised I wouldn't fight, but you lied, and you'll fix it. And then Zok goes back to his wife.
Zok, that was hot. Take an evolution token. That was hot. Tuga, if you weren't already pregnant, whew. What can I say? Jesus.
Somehow she's ovulating right now? What?
Oh my god. That pillar of black cloud in the distance that you think is signaling your new cave continues, but it's getting thinner. As you all settle in for another night, whatever that means for you in this time of tension, anyone who would be helping, give me a round of fire checks to for like a medicine for Tuga. And Tuga, you give me a skull check.
I would like to ask if Qeela would be allowed to help, or if the tensions are too high.
Who are you asking?
Anyone, really. Anyone can say, no, fuck you, you're not allowed to help. Get the fuck out of here.
I think...
Oh.
No, go ahead, you go.
I think Hoku wants to help, but will only help if Qeela's there, because right now she feels like Qeela is the only one that she can trust.
Mm. Does anyone
So-
stop?
Zach's not gonna. No.
Okay.
So I got a 9 on my wisdom and discovery. I got a 4 and then I blew up.
Okay.
So I got a 9 in total. I do feel like before this, Olga would go on a walk by herself
Okay.
to like cool down.
Gotcha.
And make sure that like no one was following her.
Olga, as far away from your makeshift cave as you feel comfortable walking, you guys just brushed your hair back in sync. Mother and son, you just brushed your hair back in sync. Anyway.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Hey, when you're this fabulous.
You both went at the same time. Anyway. You walk as far away as you feel comfortable walking from cave. You look up at that stupid moon. It's been causing all of this, and I think you end up instead just kind of keeping your eyes down closer to the ground as you go. And give me a mate check. DC 8.
Alright, I gotta blow up.
I'm gonna use my last 2 evolution tokens to blow up.
Okay.
And I have a D10. Sweet, and that's a 10. So it's in total 18.
You blow up again.
Oh, I blow up again! Oh shit!
D12.
Oh my god, oh shit. This is magical. This is storytelling.
Is Oka gonna bone the moon?
Smash got Oka
Holy
blowing
shit.
the moon.
Wait, so I got 8 and then a 10 and then I got a 6. So what's that, 24? Jesus
24.
Christ.
As you are marching angrily through these woods, as far away as you feel possibly comfortable going away from your makeshift cave, you know that you should be back there helping with Tuga. You know that those are your kids and those are your grandkids. And I think as you're walking through these woods, it's late. It's dark. It's getting dark. You look over and you see like this just giant kind of beetle-like thing. And you remember the day before you left cave, this was the kind of bug that you and Nala saw, that you told Brug about at that grave, that first time that we met Oka.
Oh.
I think you look over and you go, there he is. And I think just kind of standing there, kind of looking for a minute, you hear Brug's voice. Well, we have to be there soon. It cannot be that much longer until we find the cave. As you turn around, the scene changes. You are in that plain of kind of red clay desert outside of the original cave. Brug is young. You are maybe Zock's age. The two of you are maybe Zock's age. Your husband holds a hand out to you. Come on, I know, you are tired, you are weak. This condition of yours, I know, we know nothing. Every day it's something new, something strange. Come here, darling. We must keep going.
I am not weak. I am stronger than I have ever been. As I kind of waddle towards him.
See, he goes over, effortlessly bridle picks you up, walks you. If you feel, what? You're telling me this does not feel better? You do not need this rest, no?
I mean, I suppose it is a little better.
Kind of laughs a little bit, kisses you, carries you for a little bit longer, and gently sets you back down as you guys continue walking. And I think you come to this clearing. Give me a hunt check in the past, and he'll give me one too.
Alright. Oh my god, I'm already weeping. Oh wow, on a 20? That is a 2.
Okay. Well,
I'm preggers,
We
y'all.
never find cave.
we never found it. He rolled a 10, so we're good.
I think I'm just like, if I could play this as like Oka being so good at hunting, if she was rolling a 2, I think she's just dizzy in love with her husband.
Oh, yeah. This condition is new to you. No, I mean, having no figure back in your old cave to kind of give you any warnings about what we know is pregnancy and the results of it. You know, something's stirring inside of you, and you have no idea what to expect every day as something new. You've been kicked out of your family caves. Just not enough room for a admittedly very young couple with child on the way. No room in either one of their family caves could be made. So you two have set off to find somewhere to house your own pack. And on Brug's check, he kind of, what is that? Do you see that? Look. Kind of points over. You see this wide opening in kind of the back corner where the cliff comes down to meet this red clay. The back corner, this huge cave opening.
It is absolutely perfect, my darling.
He does pick you up again here now, and walks over, carries you in through the entrance. He says, I think this is where we will make our family. Look, you can see it. Look, we sleep on that ledge, and when little Qeela comes, she sleep there. We put the pelt there. She sleep there, and look, come here. Kind of reluctantly drags you towards the back of the cave where the wall turns a little bit, and stay. Hold on, stay. He goes out. There's a pool of water right near cave. Perfect location. Grabs some water. He mixes it into the clay. It's a huge scoop of this kind of like paint-like material. He comes in and he goes, your hand, darling, give me your hand. Come here. And he spreads the clay over your hand and his. Come here, look. And you two press your hands into Cave's wall with your thumbs overlapping here. He goes, now if anyone come here, they see that this cave is ours. Look. Our names, they're on the wall.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And now you are here with this rhinoceros beetle in the middle of the woods, and that little baby that you carried in utero the final ways to the cave that slept on a deer pelt at your feet for the first year of her life is sitting back near your makeshift cave, mad at you mad at her. The baby that came a few years later and slept with that deer pelt at your feet is by his wife's side, and he's hurting. And you are in the woods, alone, with a rhinoceros beetle. And Brooke shows you that now.
You had so much left to teach me, and I never listened.
I think you feel...
Now our children are without two parents.
I think you feel the wind hit your cheek in a way reminiscent of what his lips used to feel like. And what does Oga do?
She cries first.
6th time in her life.
Yeah. I think she gingerly picks up the beetle and just lets it crawl on her for a second. Just watches it before it flies away.
Thank you, my darling, for all of the memories, the lessons, the love. I shall do my best to carry on your legacy. You have made it nigh impossible, but I will try.
She's gonna head back to cave, or to makeshift cave.
Everybody give me a round of fire checks, medicine checks for Tuga. And Tuga, let me know what that skull check you rolled earlier was.
It was so long ago. Can I re-roll? Yes!
Hold up your
Oh,
fingers.
guys.
What
That was a-
everybody roll. What everybody roll. Hold up your fingers. Oh. Yeah.
7, but it looks like Zoc got a 9, so I'll give an evolution.
You want to blow up, Zoc?
Oh, I could blow up.
Oh, I have a token. I'll blow up. Yeah.
Okay.
I could blow up too, actually, now that you mention it.
Yeah, do it.
So I had 7. So.
You guys might as well.
Let's heal her. Let's get her healthy.
Oh, math.
I am broken.
13 total.
We matched both times? Are you kidding?
11. Everyone else go to bed because no. I think everyone is doing their part in this, but they make some kind of water, but it has some of these ground up herbs in it that are supposed to make you feel better, and get a good meal in her and all these different things. And everyone's helping with the prep and that kind of thing, and the grinding and all of this stuff. Nala, I think you're sitting on Mom's lap as she's kind of propped up. And Zoc, you're tipping this kind of maybe it's a curved leaf or a curved piece of bark or something, to her lips and helping her drink. Yes, my queen. helping her drink these kind of medicinal herbs and things that are going to help her feel better. And what really makes you feel so much better is that you guys are all in the same room. Even if not talking. Nala's been kind of scared to touch you for the last week, and now she's sitting on your lap. And though you haven't told anyone else yet, you and Zoc know that something really good is coming. And I think... Zoc, please. And I think that you finish this medicinal mix, and you're kind of able to, like, sit up. Nala's on your lap. All of you can see that Tuga is no longer fully laying down, like, fully prostrate, but she's sitting up now. Still moving very slowly, but is even able to, like, walk down to the watering hole by herself and wash her face and hands off and that kind of thing. Tuga, is there anything that you or Zoc say to the group when you all start to pile in for the evening? If not yet, that's fine.
I think before she fully announces it to everybody else, I think she'd probably want to pull Tuga aside.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
So Zoc and Tuga.
They go out outside together.
Yeah, Zoc and Tuga, you guys pull Oga outside, while Qeela is, like, doing her darndest to get these kids to go to bed. Just take a berry. One berry. Don't tell your dad. Take one berry. Maybe it'll help you sleep.
Oku, I know you didn't like it last time, but maybe your tastes have changed.
Oh my god.
I don't need to go to bed. I can take first watch.
No, I'll
Not
take
tired
first
yet.
watch and I'll get you for second, okay? I need you rested for second watch.
I feel plenty rested now.
You'll feel more rested when you wake up.
Hoku rolls her eyes. Fine. Whatever.
Zoc and Tuga, you pull Oga outside.
And she, that
Zoc
Tuga
is just like,
gives-
he's like,
yeah, Tuga gives Zoc, like, an expectant look, like,
Your mom.
yeah. Zoc's like kind of just rocking back and forth a little bit. He's like, Mom, we're gonna have to find a bigger cave.
And she looks at Tuga. Takes her hands. What do you have?
He's wincing.
She holds Tuga's hands and she just looks in her eyes and she just goes, "Are you happy?"
of course I'm happy. After everything, like, I mean, there's just been so much going on, and we had to leave, and just been so worried about the kids, and it just feels like a new blessing for us, a new start. Kid on the way. They'll be able to experience everything for the first time.
She's gonna hold Tuga's face.
My daughter. I will try to give this child a better grandmother.
Don't say that. Look at how happy they are. I mean, I know that there's been so much going on lately, but they're so smart. You've taught them so much. You've taught them things I could never have taught them. You're their grandma.
But they are happy because of you.
Okay. They're happy because of both of us. But that's all I'm accepting. I don't want to hear you.
Zach is just like so happy watching this emotional catharsis between his like.
She's gonna sort of rigidly embrace Tuga.
Tuga has been wanting this for so long. She probably is probably a little too eager to hug her back.
Oh, okay. There, easy there, darling. Yes, okay, yes.
And Zach lumbers over and just
Aww.
Oh.
very uninvited, puts his arms around the both.
Yeah, she puts an arm around her son.
I think that she taps Zog's hand as he hugs him.
She turns to her son after they, she holds her son's face as well.
You are a better parent than I have given you credit for. And for that I am sorry. You have so much of your father in you, and I have done everything I could to stomp it out.
It's okay, Mom.
I'll thrive this unrest for so many years. It has been my fault. And I don't want it to be my fault anymore.
It's not just your fault, but for what it's worth, I forgive you.
Her head kind of drops, and she presses her head against his chest. Oh. It was going so well for me. Oh my god, okay.
And then just a hug. A motherly hug.
Yeah, Zonk's hug's
Zonk's a
probably
big
more
hugger.
motherly.
Zonk's hug is motherly. Yeah. You
Zoc
guys-
is mommy?
Not
Zoc
this.
is
You
mother.
can't bring it
Zoc
back
is
to
mother.
mommy after this. You guys, stop it. You guys, do you tell anyone else tonight, or are you waiting?
I think that Tuga wants to say anything at this point. I think that everything's kind of
Yeah, probably.
Wait a minute.
tense right now still, so.
You guys head into makeshift cave for the night. Sleep piling it up. And in the middle of the night, more than it ever has before, you feel... Come on, everyone. Come on. You guys know you're rolling this. And I need everyone to give me a DC 6 skull check. As the ground
Oh, shit.
is not only shaking, the earth is and splitting, and wide chasms are forming of 6 or 8 feet. Pillars of earth are falling and crashing into each other. The section that you guys are on falls down several feet.
We're only rolling a d6, you said?
You need to hit a DC 6. Whatever you have in
Oh,
skull.
I'm sorry.
I need to blow up.
Me too.
Got a 1.
Mine is
Oh my God, I did.
Resolution.
cock. I gotta reroll.
Okay.
Honor, you gotta honor the God.
10.
Excellent.
Holy shit.
So, I I rolled a 3 on my d4, however, I used a token to blow up, so that totals out to a 9.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Yeah.
Olga, take a evolution token for that scene. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're crying, so I feel bad for you.
I'm so sorry you have to look at my ugly crying face. Bless all of
No,
you.
you're beautiful.
Thank you, Josie.
You're beautiful!
Beautiful.
I rolled a 4 and a 1 for a total of 5.
Great. So, if you did not hit DC 6, you're going to take a small injury. One of your 3. Did anyone hit a nat 1? On whatever your dice is.
Before blowing up.
After blowing up.
Just on the first. Like, your total is a 1. Okay. No one did. Good. Everyone that passed DC 6 is at just a cosmetic injury. So, not one of your 3, but, like, all of you are visibly beat up.
Wait, Joe, our hunger points are gone, correct?
Right.
All of your hunger points are gone.
Okay, I wanted to double check.
The earth shakes, opens, cracks, and smoke goes up everywhere. You cannot see anyone. Several of you fall. I mean, whether not dependent on your DC. Most of you fall into different chasms, or the piece of rock that you're standing on shifts off to one side. We cut first to Qeela and Tuga. You two have remained in makeshift cave, and you have barely moved from where you began. Tuga, did you save or no?
Yeah, I got an 8.
Okay. On barely saving, you are still weak. You are not able to really go far at all without assistance. But you see you're here. Qeela, and Qeela is next to you as you kind of sit up and like very shakily maybe stand to your feet. Qeela, you see that Tuga's here, pale, stumbling. You know, obviously has just very recently been injured. Is now inhaling a bunch of dust, and you guys don't feel like you've moved a ton, but you cannot see anyone else in your family.
Are you okay, Tuga?
Oh my gosh, what is happening again? But worse.
We gotta get out. We gotta get out quick.
Wait, where are the kids? Where did everybody go?
I'll double back. You hurt. We gotta get you out first.
I'm fine. We gotta find them first. I'm okay, I swear, but... Nala? Hoku?
Nothing. Qeela,
What are we gonna do? Where did they go?
Qeela, give me a skull check. The DC is going to be an 8.
I have to blow up.
Okay.
I rolled a 4. I have 2 evolution tokens. I'm going to spend that to blow my 6 up.
You sure you want to? A lot of session left.
I'm sure. I already got hurt from the Caveman.
Oh, you're not going to get hurt.
I gotta succeed everywhere I can.
Okay.
If not now, you know.
Okay.
So I'm gonna blow that up to a 6. I'm gonna roll my d8.
Okay.
Blow that 6.
Hey, what'd you get?
Guys, just scaring me. Guys.
I rolled a 1. Total of 7.
I knew it.
Give
I weighted your dice. I'm just kidding.
but can I...
my home in Wisconsin.
Guys, can I give my 1 token?
No. Shut up.
Okay.
That token is going to the baby, goddammit.
You won't regret this. You won't regret this. Trust me, I'm your DM.
Okay.
Qeela, as you are here, responsible for this ill person who is defying what you know is the best solution to get her out safely, which is obviously more priority than getting yourself out safely right now. I think that you begin to kind of breathe heavily. And you close your eyes to catch your breath for a second. And you feel fingers kind of press something up against your lips. And as you open your eyes, you're not in makeshift cave. You're not with Tuga. You're in a freshly found, empty cave. And a Goka presses a berry up to your lips.
What?
What? Eat it.
Am I still aware of the adrenaline and the blood I can hear in my ears and I'm breathing fine, but
Honey.
What's happening?
Hey. See that they put a hand up to the side of your face. And they go, I'm here. We're
No.
Listen.
You're not here. You're not.
What are you doing? We're in cave.
This isn't cave. This isn't even the cave we found. Cave is sick and turns running.
Where do you go?
Do I recognize my surroundings?
You're out of Goka's cave. I think as you look down at yourself, this is you when you moved into a Goka's cave.
I wasn't here a moment ago. I know this. I believe this. Even if this is, even if I just woke from a bad dream, I gotta get home. I gotta see everyone's gotta be okay.
Honey. See that they grab your hands, put both of your hands on their chest, and they go, your family is fine. Your parents are young. They're healthy. Your brother is fine. Okay? Everything's fine. I know you were worried about us starting our own pack. Okay, there was not room in Mom and Dad's cave. It's gonna be okay. It's a cave all to ourselves. We have privacy. We're fine. Everything's okay. I'm here.
What role can I use right now? I don't know these stats well enough to fight this, the player I'm assuming is a happy delusion. I don't know what I should roll to fight this. But I know I have to.
I think you, the player, should know this is a memory that you're going back to in this time that your brain is using to attempt to quell this panic attack.
I'm fully fighting to the surface.
I've
never frozen before. I'm not going to now.
Okay, give me a skull check. The DC will be an 8.
I need to blow up. I need to roll a 7 or higher on the first one.
Okay.
Or no, wait, a 6 or higher, a 5 or higher. I'm so good at math when I'm stressed.
Qeela, you are here. And as your hands are on Agoka's chest, and your breathing starts to calm, any thought of cliffs sliding or injured sisters-in-law are fading fuzzily into the background. You're here. And they're here. And it's before anything bad happened.
I'm okay. We're okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I must have gotten too warm or something.
It's okay. Hey.
Let's go inside.
Okay. See that they take you inside. They're starting to kind of like set everything where they want it to go. They have like, they're like setting out pelts where they want to make your bed, and starting to get a little bit of a stockpile of some food and different things to set up. And they're like, I know it's a big adjustment. I've never, lived in a cave with less than like 5 people, but this is gonna be good, and soon we'll have, I don't know, maybe a little Qeela or a little Agoka running. I don't know. It's
First of all, you fucking shit with names, Agoka. That's terrible. Little Agoka? A little Qeela? You think I'm gonna name a kid Qeela? Come on.
I'm not gonna it's because they'll look like us. Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna, honey. They kind of come over to you, put their hands on like either one of your elbows, and they're like, you pick the names then.
No, you know what? Fuck that. You're gonna learn to make better names. I'm not gonna let you not be involved in this shit. You think I'm picking the names?
They kiss you.
I think there's the briefest, almost return to reality as the kiss is about to connect, and she leans back into this memory.
Everybody put up their eyelashes. Leave me alone. They, put a hand against your face, and they go, it's, kind of really quiet. Not always having grandma and mom and dad and all my sisters around.
It's definitely a change for me too, yeah.
I don't know, I mean, it seemed like we need to keep watch right now, or?
I mean, no, you're right, we can probably go to bed early. It is hot. It's very warm. I think I need to get some rest.
Yeah, let's go to bed.
I think
go ahead.
Qeela pulls a pelt away from the pile.
What?
I'm sorry, it's just too warm. You're like the sun, I swear.
Well, thank you. But, okay, how about let's go to the river. Cool off before bed.
Sure. Why not?
I think, Qeela, as you're reliving this memory, you realize that's not how it happened. We didn't go to the river. I did go to bed. And realizing that difference, you look at Agoka one last time. She's right in front of you. They're right in front of you. Kill me. And they put their hand to the side of your face, and they go, I love you. And as they kiss you and you close your eyes, you lean into this kiss. When you open your eyes again, you are back with Tuga. In the dust. In the cliff.
Fuck. Listen, we gotta get you out. I swear to God, I'll fucking kill you myself if I have to.
You're gonna find them, right?
We're gonna find them. We gotta get you out first. You're the most hurt. I'll go back in. I'll get them. Okay, we got this.
Okay.
We're gonna cut.
Just kind of start making it.
You guys start trying to. Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna cut from Qeela and Tuga right now. Zoc and Oga, you both tumble off of the side of one of these rocks as it's kind of falling down this big chasm. Zoc, give me it's going to sound weird, a club check right now. The DC is going to be like a 3.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever.
Just be glad he didn't
So
say mommy
3.
this time.
God.
Hey, ooh, I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3, excellent. You are able to, as you're falling, at least have the mind power to grab Oga and hold her to you, so that... Did either one of you take an injury level as you fell?
Nope.
You did not, Zoc. Okay. Then you both... and I think, like, your giant body kind of wraps around your mother and crashes into the rock, like, sliding for a few feet. Dust all around you. So thick you can barely see anything. You can see vaguely that you are, like, in, like, kind of a flat, cracked, dried dirt kind of area. Like, there's no grass beneath you or anything. Huge wall of smoke and dust kind of plumes so thick, like, you aren't able to see where you were. It doesn't feel like you fell horribly far, but, like, you truly don't know. Zoc, how are you feeling right now? You've seen you saw the children disappear before you fell, and neither of you know anything about where Tuga or Qeela is.
Zoc's in action mode. He's scared, and he's having been debilitated for so long out of fear for, like, his wife being sitting there, like, not really contributing. He's like, I'm getting back to it. I need to get up, get into action.
Yeah. Oga, how about you?
Immediately I'm just, like, I think also similarly in action mode, and I think, gosh, so we can't see anything.
Not except for, like, a 5-foot radius around you.
Okay, and if can I shout out for Tuga?
You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna shout for her. She doesn't hear me. Okay. How far down are we? Because we've shifted, right?
Yeah, you feel like you went down like a good 10-15 feet, but how far you actually fell, unsure. I'll say, while Zoc is
Got a crazy
freaking
idea.
out, looking around, trying to figure out a way out, figure out a way back to the children and to his wife, Oga, give me another... I'll let you do mate or fire. DC's going to be a 5.
Mate, I've got a 12, so we're gonna do that. Brooke, my darling, give me strength. That's a 4. What was the DC?
5.
Fuck! Alright, take another token. God damn it. Oh, wait, oh no, I have 1 token, so I'm gonna use that token.
Okay. You meet the DC.
Christ.
You are also kind of looking around frantically through the dust, coughing. Zoc looking kind of like the opposite way of you. And you kind of squint out for a second. And you... Because as you are looking out, you see something small, something blue, flying out from the dust. And it flies near you, kind of looking for somewhere to land. It's a little blue butterfly of some kind. And in the middle of this horrifying dust storm, the earth shakes. Something living, something beautiful is here. I think that maybe instinctively you kind of reach a finger up and just looking for anywhere safe to land. It lands on you. And as you kind of look at it, you close your eyes, and when you open them again, for the second time today, you're back in cave. Chaos. There is a Hoku-aged Qeela sulking in the corner of cave. And there's a Nala-aged Zoc doing whatever it is 7-year-old boys do. Just making a mockery of as you're trying to get everybody to bed. Bruggen, you both like, no, get over here. Come here. You need to go take a bath in river. Then you go to come here. And Qeela's sitting in one corner, like angrily painting on the side of the cave with wet clay. Qeela and Zoc, feel free to enter this scene as well. With your 16-year-old selves.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down next to Qeela. And what is that you're drawing there, my darling?
You would be mad if I told you, so it's not worth it right now.
What if I promise to not get mad?
You gonna like actually this time?
I think Oga, knowing that this is probably not how the memory went, I think is gonna lean into this and then like, I promise. If I get mad, you can have as many berries as you want for a week.
Listen, I know you think it's important to like you'll pick the right berries, pick the right amount, you know. I'm drawing you with real big stupid eyebrows because you got big stupid eyebrows sometimes, okay? You know, it's not my fault. They're encapsulating. I gotta get them right.
Those are very well drawn, big stupid eyebrows, I must say.
They're not quite right. They're maybe a tenth of the size of your big stupid eyebrows.
Yes, you're going to need more shading around the edge like this, and then I think Oka's gonna try to make them bigger.
As you're doing that, you see that Brug comes over with a squirming 7-year-old Zoc and like holding him out, and he goes, "Somebody is refusing to go to bed. Mommy needs to help."
Yes, sorry, Mommy is just fixing her big stupid eyebrows. Hold on 1 second. And then I'm gonna scoop up Zoc, and I'm gonna try to cradle him as lovingly as I can.
Zach just wants to play in the dirt. He's covered in head to toe in like dust and just like soot from making dirt angels outside the cave and whatnot.
I'm gonna do a lot of the mother like wiping the licking the finger and then like wiping the dirt off the face. No, do not squirm. Wow. Do not squirm. The longer you squirm, the longer this is going to take. You're such a handsome boy. Now I can see your face.
Okay. Fine.
We can play in the dirt as much as you want tomorrow.
Promise?
Of course I promise, my darling.
Okay. And he like runs off bed and like listening now. He's like excited at the prospect of playing in the dirt.
Come here. The sooner you sleep, the sooner you play in dirt tomorrow. Helps you get up onto the top cliff where like Hoku sleeps now. Qeela.
I think like yeah, go ahead.
Qeela, whatever. I mean, if teenage Qeela would head to bed soon after or whatever.
I think you already deviated by not getting mad when I said big stupid eyebrows.
Yep.
And I think would Oga want affection in this moment? Would she... Because I don't think Qeela and Tuga have hugged for quite a while at this point. Do you think in this distorted memory they do?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I get upset all the time and I don't know why. It's stupid.
It's not stupid. It's because you're like your mother.
Yeah. Yeah, you get upset sometimes too. For real dumb reasons.
It is
And
true.
then she hugs you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like hold her.
As you...
And then I think like knowing that this is what Oka's life could have been like if she wasn't such a goddamn pill. Just like immense sadness at what could have been and realizing how badly she's fucked up her children just by being the way that she is.
As you're hugging Qeela, you looking over her shoulder, Brug's standing at the entrance of the cave, and he goes,
Yes, what is it, my love?
Qeela, you head to bed. Teenage Qeela heads to bed. That was sweet.
Yes, well, I suppose I learned from the best.
Kind of touches your cheek a little bit, and he goes, I will begin first watch once if the children are in bed. They're in bed early tonight, but stay up with me for a bit. We never get to just chat anymore. The children, they are all over the place. They're messy, they're dirty, they're yelling.
They crawl all over me.
All day. Sit with me.
She's gonna I think, sit in his lap. Just get as close to him as she possibly can. And just put her head in the crook of his neck.
Yeah. He's holding you. And he goes, Olga, look. And as you look out from the entrance of cave, his foot kind of propped up from where he's, knee to prop up the back of your back, turns and on the edge of his foot that's sticking up, blue butterfly comes in and lands. And he goes, so beautiful. If I move even a little bit, it will go, but look, for right now, that butterfly is with us. See?
And you better not move a muscle, my darling.
No. As long as you're here, I'm never moving.
Kisses him.
A long kiss. And we cut from Zoc and Oga. Nala, did you take an injury level? You fall into the dust and the darkness, and you crash into a rock. Something hurts as you land on the ground, and there's dust everywhere, and it's getting dark, or rather it's still dark, not yet light, and you don't know where you are. You are all alone.
Mom? Dad? Hoku?
No one answers you.
I don't think Nala would know what to do in this situation.
I think you start to just kind of walk in any direction. What's Nala's kind of inner monologue right now?
I can't find them. I gotta find Hoku. Mom. how to find them. The only thoughts going through her head.
Hoku. Somewhere else. Same thing. Did you take an injury level?
I did not.
Same thing. You fall. You kind of manage to, like, tuck and roll in a way that you don't really get injured at all, but you still wake up. You're still disoriented. You're able to figure out which way is up. And very faintly, in the distance, you hear, Hoku? Hoku?
But I know it's Nala's voice, right?
Yeah.
Nala, I'm here.
Hoku?
Just follow my voice. Just.
You
Hoku,
guys...
I can't see. Where are you?
You guys both maneuver, follow each other's voices, and soon enough, Nala appears, and Hoku appears out of the smoke, and you're able to see each other.
Hoku?
I think I kneel down to. Yeah, I kneel down to Nala's level, and I just hug her. Hey, I'm okay. You're hurt. You're hurt. But you can still walk. Does it hurt to walk?
I think I'm okay. Hoku, where are we?
I don't know, but we gotta find everyone else, okay?
Hoku, I'm scared.
I'll find them. I'm scared too. But I don't know.
Both
I don't know. Nala, I'm not brave like everyone else. I don't know what I can do for you. So, we gotta help each other, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Both of you, give me DC 10 hunt checks.
Okay.
I hate to break the tension. I'll be right back.
Okay.
We got a D8, so I have to blow up here.
Got a 4.
I got a 7, and I only have 1 token, so.
Nala, do you have any tokens? You guys are searching, and you look around, and you really don't know where you are. One person from each pair make a hunt check, DC 10. So, Zoc or Oga, Tuga, or Qeela.
I can't.
Sock, I have a 20.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, great.
You
Thanks,
said
sweetie.
I'm rolling for what?
Hunt.
Survival. Okay, come on. Don't fail me now. What's the DC?
10.
Alright, so 50-50 chance.
Easy peasy.
I
Easy
grew up.
peasy. Oh, I got it.
Josie blows
I'm giving the help action.
15.
Excellent. Tuga, what'd you get?
Beats it by 5, bitch. Let's go.
Incredible.
Mama, yes.
Yas.
Sock, throw me.
I think that, you know what? I think that you feel, as you come back out of this, memory with Brooke, moments ago, Zoc was 7 years old. And now he's, late 20s or something like that. And I do think that, in an attempt to get higher, maybe over where the smoke is pooling, not smoke, the dust is pooling, that maybe, Zoc does, put you up, holding you up, you stand on his shoulders or something like that, to see up higher. And once you get above this kind of roaring dust, this creaking earth and everything, you see, a flash of movement through the dust, and you might be able to hear some faint voices. Tuga, I think, with Qeela, as she kind of phases out for a second and then comes back. You two are desperately trying to find a way out of here, and I think that you're able to get, like, Qeela's able to get you up on top of the overhang of Makeshift Cave, and it's the same thing. You can kind of see the movement of the kids in the distance, and maybe hear some voices. So all 4 of the adults now know where the kids are.
Oh, great. I'm gonna, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna run to get the kids, and then I think, is Zoc still down there by himself?
You and Zoc are in the same place.
Oh, we're in the same place?
Yes.
I thought he boosted me up.
Oh, I meant, like, literally, like, lifted you to, like, periscope.
Oh, okay. So there's not, like, a ledge there or anything?
No.
Okay. And then how far away are the kids? Could he literally, like, throw me? Could he, like, vault me?
You think Zoc could throw an old woman 50 feet?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a club check, and the DC's gonna be a 10.
Oh, man.
I mean, I don't want her brittle old lady bones to break upon.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, so there's no... Is there a ledge in sight?
No, there's dust in sight.
Oh, wait. Can I see where the butterfly came from? Where did the butterfly come from?
Direction of the kids. Came from the direction of the kids.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, you hitting that DC 10 hunt check means you will find them successfully. You just have to...
I did beat it by... I got a 15, so I did beat it by 5.
You just have to go there now. You've already passed the check.
Okay, sick. So, yeah, so then I'll just... Oh, great, I'll just go to the kids. Sorry.
Okay, great.
I wasn't sure if there was any extra shit I had
Want
to
me
do.
to throw you, Mom?
Listen, I don't know. Sort of throwing it out there as an idea. I'm trying to... Turning over a new leaf.
Hoku and Nala, from opposite directions, you see... assumedly, Tuga and Qeela go towards the kids, too.
Tuga definitely is like, tells like Qeela to be quiet for a second because she thinks that she hears them. She's like, shh, Qeela, did you hear that? It's the kids.
Alright, well, if you see them, let's go. Let's get them.
We gotta go right now. Get me down from here.
Hoku and
And
Nala...
she kind of like slides off.
Yeah. Hoku and Nala, you see from opposite sides, Dad and Grandma come in from one side, and a moment later, Qeela and Mama come from the other.
Hoku just breaks down sobbing immediately, just with relief that they came.
I think Nala immediately runs towards her mom.
Tuga definitely immediately falls down to catch her and bring her to a big hug. Nala, I was so worried about you. Hoku, are you okay?
I'm fine. Nala's hurt. I'm sorry. I couldn't help her.
Nala, where?
How? I just...
Show me. Are you okay? Let me see.
Zoc, I think you get up next to what said MJ? You get up next to Hoku at this point and hear as she's like apologizing that Nala got hurt.
Yeah, scoops her up like it's not your fault.
I couldn't protect her like you do.
Big hug, like legs down, like off the ground,
Oh.
folded, just like
Oh.
you tried, and that's all that matters. I'm proud of you.
She just
We found
starts
you.
crying even more.
All of you
Okay.
need to give me a DC 15 hunt. One of you needs to make it.
Great.
You can do evolution points, you can make only one person roll and help them, whatever you want to do.
I got a 20, so if anyone wants to help me, praise fucking Brood. Let's try to...
Yeah.
I have one
this
token I
happened.
can give.
Okay,
I
that's...
have one
Wait, what was the DC? That was a 14.
15.
Okay, does anyone have an evolution token they can spare?
Yours. It's yours.
I have one.
Beautiful. Okay. I am gonna. What does it look like when Qeela gives me an evolution token?
Okay. The first question is, what is the thing that you're doing?
Oh yeah, what is the
What does it look like for you?
Just seeking out shelter.
Looking out for a path out of the dust is what you're looking for.
Okay.
I think Qeela points out that I'm going to assume air is either flowing in or out at this moment, and point out that dust is either flowing away or towards one point.
Alright. Yeah. Olga's gonna go, excellent. Everyone, follow me. And then just sprint out.
So
as
Grandma
fast as her
takes
little
off,
lady legs can carry her.
takes off running at 100-year-old's pace. Zoc, I think you're still carrying... Hoku.
I was gonna say, I've got both kids, like, suitcase style.
Hoku, Nala, under one. You make sure that Tuga's in front of you. Babe, keep running, I got this. Qeela right behind Oga. And you guys, with a combination of, like, climbing over some rocky areas and tossing the kids up and then, you know, having them, like, grab your hand to pull you up. Like, you know, the whole system to get all 6 of you up and scurrying. And eventually you reach where the edge of the earthquake was, like where this first kind of big landslide type thing happened, and you're able to crawl back onto level, uncracked ground. Grass starts to like pop up again, and it takes you a second, but you see that you ended up on the side of the chasm closest to that black pillar of cloud. What's everyone's thought process? What are they thinking about? What's your internal monologue right now? Tuga, let's start with you.
I think that a small part of her was starting to think like, yeah, they made it past the hard part. All they have to do is just now find a new cave and everything will be okay. But I think she's, usually pretty stable-minded. She's positive, but I feel like after that she's kind of shaken. Knowing the new responsibilities she now bears, she almost lost 2 of her kids. She couldn't find them. How was she supposed to mother another one? And so I think that she's probably currently like knelt on the ground, probably hugging her stomach.
Zoc.
I think before he sees that, Zoc honestly, like, doesn't... I think they've sort of switched roles here. Like, he sees this pillar of smoke is closer, and everybody made it out, like, relatively okay, and we're getting back on the road. I think he kind of is spinning this in more of a positive, like, alright, like, we can get back to it, like, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Qeela.
I've got to keep a better eye on everyone. Fuck. Mom was right.
Okay. Olga.
I think immediately she's with the whole like flashback thing, she goes to her son, and I think at this point sees him covered in the like smoke.
Oh my god.
And is reminded of when he was a little boy.
Evil.
She cleans off his face a little bit.
Mom.
I told you to stop squirming. And she just like holds him and is like, I am so proud of you for protecting this family.
Thanks, Mom.
And then immediately runs to Tuga because she's the only other person that knows about the baby.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, you see Tuga on the ground holding her stomach.
Are you okay?
I don't know if I could do this.
Zoc, you
Tuga.
see this.
I'm sorry, what?
Zoc, you see this as well.
Oh yeah,
I think-
he's running over there too.
Yeah, Olga's gonna
For
look at
sure.
Tuga. Tuga says, I don't think I can do this, and Olga's gonna look at Tuga and be like, Tuga, you don't think you can do this?
I couldn't protect her. How am I supposed to? I haven't been this scared before in a while.
Despite what you think, my dear, it is not your job to protect everyone. That is what family is for.
I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I've just got so much on my mind now. It seems like the world grew a little bigger.
Tuga, look how well the kids did. You did protect them. You taught them how to live. Be safe. If anybody can do it, it's you.
I think she kind of pulls herself off the ground and gives Sock a big hug, just kind of leaning into his chest, and she probably, from all of the emotional distress of it all, she just starts to kind of quietly cry a little bit.
Forehead
Hand
kisses.
on. Oh.
Olga, shut up.
Hand on her back. Circles.
Zoc was about to kiss her. Just kidding.
I know, shit. Fuck! Oh, shit!
Not with Mom here.
Hoku.
Yeah, if they're kissing, I'm gonna get out
If
of
they
there.
start making out right now.
I said forehead kisses.
Yeah, forehead kisses.
So tender, so sweet. I love it.
They're gonna have another
This
baby.
big brooding guy just like
Oh, stand it! Makes me so happy.
Hoku.
I think this whole time, Hoku's response to being scared has been just freeze. And in that moment with Nala, and over this past week where Mom has been healing, she's realized that her parents aren't always as strong as she thought they were. And that's okay, but that means she might need to step up as well. And she sees everyone. And I think she just goes, guys, we have to go. We have to keep moving. We can't stay here if it happens again. We have to... It's closer. We have to go.
Hoku. As you start to do that, you look around at your family members. You see... Give me a... You can do think or fire. The DC is going to be a 5.
What was the DC again? I couldn't hear.
5.
Okay. I don't know why I don't have sound all of a sudden. I have a D4 on... Oh, I have a D6 on fire, so I'm gonna use fire. 5 exactly.
Mom was hurt recently. I mean, so any extra attention given to Mom makes sense. She's still weak. She's barely able to really get around without getting pale in the face, right? But you notice here that Grandma is rubbing Tuga's back, kind of looking down at her face, while Dad, I think, kind of even has, like, one hand on the small of her back and one hand kind of on her stomach. And your mom is crying against Zoc's chest. He's kind of kissing her forehead. And you go, ugh. And you recognize what happened 7 years ago, 7 years, whatever, ago, when, right before Nala came. A few moons before Nala came. And you think that that's happening again.
Oh. Alright. Is there... Are you okay?
Of course, dear. Are you okay? I'm sorry to give you such a scare.
No, I'm fine. I just... You're... Things are like... were... for Nala, aren't they?
I think she kind of kneels down and calls Nala over and then holds her hand out for Hoku. Does Hoku come over? Nala come over?
Hoku gives her hand.
I think that she kind of looks up at Zoc and kind of smiles for a second. She says, well, I don't think there's any better time to say it, but Nala, Hoku, you're going to have another sibling to take care of. Nala, you're going to be a big sister.
Gonna be a big sister.
Yeah.
Hoku, I'm just like you now.
I think Hoku, I think Tuga starts to tear up again. And probably takes her other hand out to hold Zoc's hand.
Yeah, you're gonna be the best big sister ever.
Qeela, you hear this.
Can I call? Yeah.
Or, yeah, if you want to say that Qeela did not hear it and you want to tell Qeela, go for it.
I definitely wanted to at least make sure she was there.
You're
not the
welcome
last person
to
that does
call
not know.
Qeela over. I think she was close enough to hear, and I think she's just standing at a distance, watching.
Zoc, do you go to her?
For sure, yeah. I walk up, like, I think it's like a I know you know situation. So I just like walk up and I'm waiting for your reaction, I guess.
I'm sorry, there's dust in my eyes. What's going on?
Qeela.
You did good twice. Keep doing it.
Big hugs.
Stiff as a board, very awkward. Affection. No.
He, like, kisses her on the side of the head, too, and she's like, ah! Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Just like a lady, like...
Fully, not necessarily, I'd say, shell-shocked, but fully dissociating in this moment.
Mm-hmm. You think back to the memory you had earlier that made you freeze with Tuga. Agoka wanted a baby bad. Look where you are now. Everybody keeps moving. You all managed to find a safe route onwards towards that pillar of cloud. As we do this final stretch of travel, as you can see, it's just through this next patch of trees. Probably another couple hours travel. What scenes need to happen? Who do people need to talk to?
I mean, I feel like Oka's gotta talk to Qeela. But also, I feel like I've had a lot of scenes lately, so if there's anyone else that wants to go first, feel free.
Unless Nolan has to go to the bar after this, we have no time limit. Call back!
Oh!
I can't think of anything right now.
We're not about to end, so we have a little bit more after this, so it's not now or never.
Yeah, I think at some point, Tuga probably will go up to Qeela, but probably not first. Because you said she did catch on to her kind of spacing out for a second. Okay, yeah, she will definitely, the worried person that she is, she will check in on Qeela, but I don't think it makes sense for her to go first.
Olga, do you find Qeela first?
Yeah. She's gonna walk up to her and say, "What do you think of my eyebrows?"
Well, I mean, they've thinned out. They've gotten a lot lighter.
Yes, do you remember when you were younger?
All the paintings.
You used to tease me so.
You know, I was young at the time. And at one point, you know, we were at the river or the pond or whatever it was. Heaven knows, we have the same eyebrows, you and I, at the end of the day. I think, I don't know.
Seems to be one of many things we have in common. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. Yeah, we are, you and I are the same. Zoc and Dad, they're the same, and, you know? But you know what I will say? You've gotten him very much like you do. I'm impressed by that.
Not one of my finer achievements.
He's raising good kids. That's all I care about.
Yes. Not with help from me. But I suppose that was for the best.
I mean, you took up counting, so it's something.
Yes, Nala is a surprisingly good teacher.
Very insightful, too. Both of them.
How are you doing with all of this baby business? It is all too familiar, yes?
I mean, you know, I'm happy to be a sitter. I was the first 2 times.
But how are you feeling?
I'm sorry, did you hit your head in the cave?
Oh, please, don't make this any harder than it has to be.
Who have you said this to, beyond me? Who have you asked this question to?
I don't want to think about it. It probably didn't go over any smoother the first time.
I mean, I don't think any of us are gonna be alright until we settle down again. But I'm doing what I can.
You always have. And for that I am so thankful.
I mean, we both know the other's a fighter, so gotta keep on fighting.
You know, we should have brought you on more hunts. You have my fire.
Sure, I've got your fire, but I can't. Spears, they gross me out. They're weird.
She has your what?
Fire.
Oh,
Oh shit! Oh fuck me! God damn it!
Bad word.
You have.
Edit it.
You have.
You said gumption.
Sorry. Retcon.
You got my
I can't believe you've done this.
You got my Vim trigger.
You have. Alright, ready? We're going to rewind. Should have brought you on more hunts. You have my passion.
Yeah, well, I'd go on more, but you make me use the spears, and it's nasty.
You would have been an excellent matriarch of Cave.
Yeah, I don't know. I know you would have taught me well. I know you did teach me well, and maybe someday.
Take her hand.
Squeezes.
Do you have any more of those berries in your pocket?
Zoc, she's sick. I don't know what we gotta do. Something's wrong.
Mom just apologized and asked to take a shot with me.
What? I'm trying to let loose. I am a widow after all.
Well, you know what? Let's find a place and I'll introduce you slowly, you know?
She's never had it.
She's stone cold sober. Never touched the stuff.
A family shot.
Yeah, once this all's over, Granny's gonna get crunk. Yeah, I think she's gonna like any remaining smoke or dust, she's just gonna gently wipe off of Qeela's face.
Qeela's just gonna accept it and hug her mom, and then I think return to kind of keeping orbit around the family in this moment.
I think opposite orbits. I think like little sheepdogs, like.
Yeah.
Tuga, did you want to talk to Qeela?
I think before I do that, I see them come back from talking, and it reminds her, and she looks over at Nella and remembers that she did get hurt, so I think that Tuga's probably going to go over and check on her daughter first. To be like, Nella, you mentioned that you were hurt. Let me see.
I think, in my mind, she like scraped her leg against the rock as she fell.
Oh.
My leg's bleeding a little, but I'm okay.
Oh, it's not too bad. And I think that Tuga probably sets she probably is not wearing using her usual big pack, because she probably is still pretty weakened and stuff. But she probably has a little torch something on her, so she probably reaches in and gets a little bit of I don't know, maybe brush or pelt or leaf or something, and kind of uses that to kind of dab at it and clean it up a bit.
Yeah. Give me a fire check, DC 4.
Okay. I got a 4 exactly.
Nala, no more injury level.
Alright, see when we do this, do that. Does it feel a little bit better?
Thank you, Mom.
Of course. And she kind of kneels down, kisses her on the forehead, and probably gets up and dusts her legs off from kneeling on the ground. And probably then turns her attention to Qeela. Probably just walks up to her kind of quietly and says, Hey, Qeela. Just wanted to check in. Do you have a second to step away?
I mean, looks like everyone's safe for now for you. Yeah, sure.
Okay. She probably doesn't think that Qeela would really want much attention on it, so Tuga purposely brings her away. It's like, thank you for being so level-headed during all that. I'm so sorry. I got a little frazzled there.
No, we were both panicking, and it was understandable. Both of us. We did the best we could.
Yeah. Are you okay though? Because I couldn't help but notice that you spaced out for a minute there.
Yeah, I don't know, I twisted my ankle a little.
Oh, you did? Let me see.
I'll handle it, I'm fine. The foot snug kept most of it in one spot.
Don't bring this back with the foot
Don't
snug.
make me bring your mother into this.
No. Give me a mate check. And, Tuga, give me a fire check, because it's contested. It's acting like a deception roll.
Okay.
It's the finale, bitch.
I want you to know I have infinite riz with a D4 in mate.
Okay, well, I am a little concerned. I did roll a 9, but I'm gonna blow that up.
I rolled a 3 and I can't blow it up, so we can't have this little fist fight here. It's a little battle of the wits.
Okay, well, I'm gonna still blow it up, because...
You're up to a D12
Why not?
in fire. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me roll see how badly I catch your lie here. Oh, that's a 9. Girl, she's on to you. Okay.
So much.
Rolled it.
So much.
19.
Yeah. Tuga, I think you see just the slightest facial twist of someone who is desperately trying not to cry.
I think that, Tuga, like, reaches out and brushes her arm on Qeela's shoulder, and it's like, hey, it's okay. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but I think you should tell somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Listen, I gotta keep this weight off my foot for just a second longer. But we should probably go back pretty soon. Could you help me, hobble back since I walked all the way here?
Sure, Qeela. I think Tuga she knows that Qeela's lying, but she's gonna let Qeela have this, and I think they both help each other back.
Yeah.
You know your Olga's favorite, right?
Please.
When's the last time she called me your daughter? But you know what? I think it's because you're not like her. I think you're better than us. We needed
Don't
something
go
good
blowing
from
my
the
head.
outside, and that was you.
Don't go blowing up my ego now.
Like I could.
I think you don't give yourself enough credit, Qeela.
Maybe. Either way, we gotta get to a new cave.
Okay. Well, I'm here if you need me, okay?
I'm gonna be here for you too. 'Cause shit, that's gotta be rough.
We have each other, don't we? We'll be just fine.
She nods and, for once, accepts the help of someone else in this injured moment.
You guys rejoin the group. Last call. Are there any other scenes that need to happen right now? As you guys make this last leg of the journey, this pillar of cloud is right over the edge of the trees. You are almost there.
I think Nala would like to have a quick with Hoku. Hoku? Yeah. I'm really glad you have them. I'm glad that it makes you happy. happy. You make me happy all the time. And you said you weren't brave, but you're the bravest person I know because you were still there when Mom was hurt for me. And you immediately made sure I was okay when we fell. I love you, Hoku.
Love you too, Nala. You are the smartest one in this whole family. You know that, right? And
I just take after you, Hoku.
yes, if you can understand. Maybe I'm not so crazy, huh?
I think you're amazing.
Not nearly as amazing as you.
I think Nala just hugs Hoku. She just loves her sister and wanted that reassured.
I think Hoku just picks Nala up in a hug. You should stay off your leg for a bit. I can carry you a little ways. Not as strong as Mom, but you can get the rest of the way, I think.
Okay.
Hoku.
Wrap her arms around you.
Hoku carries Nala, who's half the size of her, as we finish this last little stretch. Tuga, I think you kind of have your arm around Zoc now. It's a long walk to be walking while you're so weak and, pregnant and everything. Oga and Qeela kind of leading up ahead at the front. The cloud is just over these next few trees into this next clearing. You are hungry. You're exhausted. Your new cave is just beyond these trees, though. And everything that you've worked for will be worth it. You'll finally have somewhere big enough for the 7 of you. You step out through this last bit of brush and vine into a clearing, and you there's no cave. You look around, but it is flat rock and flat cliffside as far as you can see, but where this pillar of cloud is coming from, there's a pile of wood that it's emanating from, and you can see that there's something alive in it. This kind of glowing rock, like sphere that has tails coming up from it, just barely flickering up, of what the players know is a dying campfire. This living creature, you all think, in the middle of this clearing, and no cave in sight. How do you all react to seeing fire for the first time?
My first instinct is that Oka's gonna stab it.
It does not seem to... It moves a little bit when you stab it, but it doesn't get smaller or die.
Stab it again.
Same thing. It shifts a little bit, and like one of the wood pieces falls over, but the living creature is still there.
What the fuck?
I do like a fire check to try and sort of figure out anything.
Sure. Let's see what everyone else's reactions are, and then definitely.
Yeah.
I think
Zoc is concerned that Hoku's has found a new love, and
Oh no!
I think he just is like complete. I think, like you said, I think one time he's probably seen something similar before, like with a lightning strike, and ran away when it was like a big raging fire. So I think he is just like stunned, deer in the headlights, like that and the realization there's no cave kind of happen.
Right. How about Tuga?
Tuga sees Oga, like, stabbing at it. And I think the way, like, it shifts, she kind of, like, feels, like, a change in temperature. She's like, kind of intrigued. So I feel like she'd kind of approach it, and she's not going to touch it. I don't think she's dumb enough to do that, but she would stick her hand close enough to it and feel that it is warm.
Hot, yeah.
Yes.
Do you relay?
Like whenever you touch, like, a rock that's been in the sun for too long.
Do you relay this information to everyone else? It's hot.
It's like, it's hot.
How is that
Do you
possible?
think it's a piece of the sun, like Hoku's piece of the moon?
Well, the sun doesn't smell weird.
Sun's far away.
What does Qeela think?
I think Qeela's gut instinct is to put herself between this and any of the kids.
Hold on, I have a really funny idea. Give me a fire check.
I mean, my initial thought was throw the berries at it and have it explode.
Give me a fire, either fire or think check, DC 5.
Alright, I've got a D10 and fires.
Oh no, she's gonna blow up.
This truly just determines if the funny thing that I just thought of is gonna happen or not.
I rolled a 2 on my fire check, so...
Okay, so you
Oh, good lord.
you look at this and you remember when you lived with Agoka, and when you were like around their family all the time, they were always talking about this new thing. And when Nala says something about like a piece of the sun falling down, you remember them using that kind of verbiage from one time or another and talking about like, no, there's a way that you can get a piece of the sun and it makes your food hot so that you don't get sick, and it makes it so that it's not cold and you don't need deer pelts in the cave, and it like does this. And they were like, they had never experienced it, but they'd heard about it from other cave families, and they were like, we'd love to find some of that. The other cave family called it fire.
Guys, listen, I know this is out there, but Agoka's family, they knew some people, and they were talking about a beast just like this one. I think it's called fire. I think...
Fire.
I think if we feed it,
Where?
it might be,
Fire?
like, okay. They were talking about, like, putting things in the fire and then taking it out and eating them, and then putting some things in the fire and leaving it there so the fire could eat it.
And I'll note right now, Tuga, Hoku, and Nala, maybe not Tuga, probably Hoku and Nala, you just heard Aunt Qeela say a name you've never heard before. You do not know who Agoka is. Tuga, I think that would depend on if you think Zoc would have told you. Or if you would have told your wife who Agoka is. You just heard Auntie Qeela say a name you've never heard before. What, Zoc? Sorry.
Who?
Who's a Goku?
Doesn't matter. Friend of a friend. What matters is...
Give me a mate
mean-
check. Mate check.
No.
Both
we
kids.
brushed past this. I haven't seen I want to do it. Yeah.
No.
Kids and Tuga, give me a fire check.
So I
Okay.
got a mate.
You can't start other people's drama and then run away from your own drama.
Now what?
Zoc and Oga, if you...
I got a 2.
Zoc
I'm
and
never
Oga,
going
if
to
you...
improve mate, ever.
Oh my god.
No.
Zoc and Oga, if you guys would have chimed in about like, oh, this is whatever, but like, Zoc, do you think that you would have told Tuga any of what happened with Agoka?
Yeah. Zach keeps no secrets from his wife.
I love that. Good
That's
man.
hot. That's hot.
That's my son. That's my son.
So
Fucking snitch.
Tuga, you know that Qeela, before you met Zoc, went and lived in a different cave with a partner, started a new pack. And I think all that Zoc knows is, under vague circumstances, Qeela came back, said, they all hated me, Agoka's gone. And never got further explanation than that. And Zoc has told you the same thing, though Keela's never mentioned it. Hoku, you asked that. Nala and Hoku both... I'll ask you this. Generally, do you trust your aunt implicitly?
Yeah.
I think Hoku does, yeah.
In a way that makes you very uncomfortable.
No! You're killing me, dude.
Mute yourself.
You can't do this.
Mute yourself, shut up.
No.
In a way that makes you very uncomfortable. She's lying to you. Right when, Hoku, you had just been started to be treated like an adult. Nala, this adult who has always praised you and told you everything that you need to know to prepare you for the world. Hoku, the same thing. Hoku, right as Qeela's been a part of this group, who's been finally giving you a little bit of responsibility and treating you like some of the other adults. And I think you can catch that Mom, Dad, and Grandma, from their looks and reaction to what Qeela said, they know what Qeela's talking about. So why can't we?
No, why are you lying? You never lied to me.
I'm not lying, okay? You know how when you and the moon first started hanging out, you kind of kept it, like, hidden for a little bit, you know, just secrets and lies aren't the same, okay? I need you to trust that.
Why don't we get to meet them then?
Because nobody can meet Agoka. Agoka left a long, long time ago.
Left where?
Agoka left me. I don't know where Agoka is right now. That's not what matters. What matters is moving forward, okay?
Whatever.
I promise I'll tell you when I'm ready.
Okay.
You all turn your attention back to this living beast. You've heard what Qeela said that Agoka said about what this beast is. I think, you guys look around a little more here, and you see that there's a tent, which, you know, players, you guys know what that is, made of, like, twigs and clay and leaves that someone has made as, like, a lean-to, and it's up against this edge, this, like, cliff edge, where someone has, like, made a rock roof. But it's not made of rock. It's made of clay and twigs and leaves, and they've put up, like, a fake, like a rock wall, but it's not rock. They've made it. And there's many, like, almost as if many families in these caves, but they're not caves, as if multiple families were living right next to each other. How you guys have always lived. You've never lived directly next to another cave because you don't want to compete for resources. But you look closer and you see that, like, eventually you guys find, like, some food growing here, but it's not growing wildly and sporadically like you guys have always had to go out and find it. You see that there's some growing, like, in perfect, almost uncanny rows. And as you look even closer at finding this strange, like, why is it growing like that? You find, like, wood that's been stabbed into the ground with other pieces of wood in between it that, like, based on the tracks that are in it, an animal used to be in there, but it seems like the animal was only within the confines of that wood and didn't go elsewhere. They didn't seem to have to go anywhere else to find this animal. How does this strange area kind of make you all feel as you guys investigate more and more? Do you see this strange, seemingly multi-family man-made cave?
I think that instinctively Tuga kind of steps kind of slightly behind Zoc, ooh, I don't know about all this.
There's more than just one cave here. There's more than one family. How is that? How did they come up with this?
Zoc, in very alien territory, is just gripping his club tighter and kind of keeping his family, kind of reverting back to the whole protector thing, doesn't know what's going on. He's never seen people do this before.
Do you think they're still here? Do you think we
I don't know.
talk to them? Should we ask questions, maybe?
Nala, stop.
Nala says hello, and it's immediately from Qeela hand over the mouth. Only time she's ever done this. Just fight or flight mode.
Oh. I think Olga's gonna try to sneak and see what the hell she finds anything.
Cool. Give me 1 second for that. Check.
Yeah.
Anyone else initial roll? I think everybody said theirs. Everyone. And I'll let you know right now, this is going to be our last roll of season 1 of Journey to Cave. So use all those resources, baby. Give me a hunt or a fire check. One of you's gotta hit a 15.
Jeez.
Alright.
Whoa!
Oh, fuck! I got a 2.
That's a 6 on my D8, but I'm gonna use my last 2 tokens and blow up to a D10.
I got a 3.
Feel free to pool your resources to make one of you hit it. However you...
I got a 21.
Oh god, I love
The
this.
kids keep winning.
Amazing.
Yes.
So,
Wow.
Nala is so curious.
Nala,
Hello.
as you shout, hello, you hear voices back. Hello, 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 hello. I don't know if you've ever heard an echo. But hearing a voice back makes you look a little closer and go towards where you hear that echo. You come to this cavernous hallway, essentially, right? Where 2 cliffs have a break in them. You see human footprints, the prints that your feet make when you're not wearing foot snugs. Leading on through this cavern, and you can just slip in. You follow these footprints, and you see that they go past where this cavern is. On the other side, where the cliff opens back up, lush, beautiful, forest jungle, your background. That does not look like it has any problems with food scarcity like you guys have had the last few months. And you see, as you peek out to where it opens up before you go back and get your family from the dust-filled, dismal place that they're standing right now with this beast of fire, you look out and you see more of those pillars of smoke in the sky scattered all over the place. For now, you can grab your family and you all can make your way through this hallway, and you have to stop and rest, though. Before you go any further, before you go and find these other pillars of fire, and maybe one of them will lead to a cave, but you feel as though, all of you feel as though, Nala grabs you, she shows you this. You all know that you have to stop and rest. You cannot travel anymore for now. You all feel as though there's very good things on the horizon. Things better than running from predators and hiding in a cave. The 6 of you look at each other. You all remember everything you've been through. You look around at your mother, your sister, your brother, your child, your aunt, your father, your niece. The 7th member of your family that is on the way in a few moons. You remember Brug. You remember Agoka. That left before you wanted them to. And 3 generations of the Ugg family look at these tracks. These signs of civilization, these signs of humanity and community. You step forward in your custom Ugg boots. And you go as a family. You step forward towards the sun that dips down over the horizon. And you step into tomorrow. And for now, that image looking at all of you from the back is how we leave the Ugg family. This is the end of the journey from cave for now. And we thank you all very much for watching.
Are you tired of eating raw meat? Are you tired of getting sick every meal? Are you tired of having to find new animals to skin and more pelts to keep you warm through winter? I have the beast for you. It's a piece of the sun that has come down to us. And we call it fire.
If you love your family, and you love ours, please like and subscribe to see where we go next, and what we discover.
Bye!